You scroll through your feed every day, but have you ever stopped to ask yourself, who's really in control here? You think you're in charge of what you see, but what if it's the other way around? What if your mind is being shaped without you even knowing? Welcome to. Today we're diving into a topic that affects nearly every single one of us. Social media. It's so deeply integrated into our lives that it seems harmless. But what if I told you that it has a darker side? A side that's controlling your thoughts, your opinions, and even your behaviors in ways you might not even realize? Behind every notification, every like, and every new post, there's a sophisticated mechanism working to capture your attention. But these platforms aren't just trying to entertain you, they're influencing you. The question is, how much control do you really have over your own mind? Let's talk about the core of the issue. If you've ever wondered why you keep seeing the same kinds of posts, videos, and memes, it's because social media algorithms are designed to do one thing: keep you hooked. Every action you take online is tracked. Your likes, shares, and even the time you spend staring at a post are data points. This data is used to predict what you're most likely to engage with next, creating a personalized feed tailored to grab your attention. But here's where it gets sinister. These algorithms don't prioritize your well-being, they prioritize engagement. And what gets the most engagement? Controversial, emotional, and divisive content. Anger, outrage, and fear drive more likes and shares than anything else. The result? You start seeing more of this extreme content, and your emotional response becomes a tool in the hands of these platforms. The more emotionally charged the content, the more likely you are to interact with it. This doesn't just mean you're seeing content that keeps you on the platform longer, it's content that shapes the way you think, how you feel, and how you perceive the world around you. So, while you think you're just browsing your feed, you're actually being influenced by a system designed to change your worldview, one post at a time. But it's not just about the content we consume. The impact it has on our mental health is equally troubling. In fact, studies have linked social media use to rising rates of anxiety, depression, and loneliness, especially among teenagers and young adults. Social media is designed to make us feel good when we receive validation, like through likes, comments, and shares. But over time, it starts to form a dependency. We begin to crave that validation, which often results in a distorted sense of self-worth. When we don't receive the affirmation we expect, we feel isolated, anxious, or even depressed. And the worst part? We end up comparing ourselves to an image that isn't even real. Social media creates a curated version of life, a highlight reel. We see everyone's best moments, their filtered selfies, and perfect vacations, and it can make us feel like we're falling short. The result is a toxic cycle of comparison, dissatisfaction, and a distorted sense of reality. The more time you spend on these platforms, the more likely you are to develop an unhealthy relationship with them. It's a trap that's hard to escape, but acknowledging this truth is the first step to breaking free. Now let's move beyond personal impact and take a look at how social media is shaping the way we see the world, especially when it comes to politics and social issues. Social media has become a battleground for political and ideological influence. Whether it's politicians using targeted ads or activists spreading messages, social media has transformed the way we engage with politics. But here's the dark side. It's increasingly difficult to separate fact from fiction. The rise of disinformation and fake news is more than just a nuisance. It's weaponized. People are deliberately spreading false or misleading content to push a particular agenda. Whether it's false health information, election manipulation, or divisive political rhetoric, these platforms have become fertile ground for misinformation. Think about it. How many times have you seen a post or news article online that made you furious or made you question everything? But when you looked closer, the story wasn't what it seemed. With algorithms amplifying these posts, it's easy for misinformation to spread like wildfire, creating division, fear, and confusion. Add to that the echo chambers, where we only see posts that align with their views, and you get a society more divided than ever before. It's no longer about discussing differences, it's about defending your beliefs against everyone else's. And the worst part? The more polarized we get, the more likely we are to believe in things that simply aren't true. Social media is no longer a neutral platform for debate, it's a tool for manipulation. So what can we do about it? How can we take back control from these platforms that seem to hold so much power over our lives? Awareness is the first step. Acknowledge that the content you see is designed to influence you. It's okay to take breaks, turn off notifications, and limit your screen time. You don't need to be constantly plugged in to be part of the conversation. The real world is waiting for you outside that screen. Fact check before sharing. Unfollow toxic accounts that make you feel bad about yourself or that spread misinformation. And when things get overwhelming, take a step back. Enjoy the world beyond the phone. Remember, social media is just a tool, but when it's used to manipulate your emotions, thoughts, and beliefs, it becomes a dangerous force. You don't have to let it control you. You can take control. The dark side of social media is real, but it doesn't have to dominate your life. Take charge of your digital world. And remember, the untold story isn't always the one that's trending. Thanks for watching, and remember, there's always more to the story. This is